You're listening to Dubstep and Dragons, a D&D 5e
Matthew.
Yes.
Did you hear about the constipated accountant?
No.
Well, story goes he couldn't budget, so he had to work it out with a pen and paper.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
Oh man, that is really good.
Oh, that's a visual.
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome.
a visual
You're
joke.
welcome for that. Yeah.
For sure.
Could you imagine just up there fishing
I know.
with like a little big pen?
Okay. 5e actual play podcast with a cyberpunk twist. My name is Matthew, and I will be your game master.
My name is Luke. I'll be playing Ash.
Hello, I'm Dan. I play Alphonse.
Hola, I'm Bo, and I play Norse.
I'm Jason, and I play Mike.
Welcome back, Jason!
Yay!
Jason!
Yay!
Woo! I didn't kill you and stuff you in a trunk.
Thank God.
You were pretty rough.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And my name's Sean, and I'll be playing Fallen.
Fallen!
Yay!
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, the crew met some new friends in the ship. The group, the party, the boys, the assholes, the whatever you want to go with.
Well, assholes would be fitting.
Yeah, that should just be your like adventuring party name.
The assholes.
Yeah, because you know.
The wandering
I
assholes.
think it's part of the cyberpunk thing. We didn't like usually. The cyberpunk thing. Yeah. Right? We want to be the Guardians. Oh, that's right. That's
Guardians of the Assholes.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, made some friends in the Shadowfell and potentially a new local ally. Where we left off, you all called it a night in your little tent because you were all exhausted. Yeah, none more than our boy Mike, who had a dead bear rip part of his shoulder out.
Just pop it back in place.
Yeah. As he was sleeping, his little nano attack was just like reloading his shoulder. So you guys wake up in the tent to the sound of clanging bells. And you're outside. People running around. It doesn't sound frantic, but it sounds like things are getting packed up.
Breakfast time, boys.
According to you, it might be.
The curtains of the tent flies open. Wake up, everybody! We got to move camp.
We're moving for breakfast?
And he looks at Fallen and he says, "The mist is coming through this area, so we have to set up somewhere else."
Light preserve us, so we must move quickly.
Yes, absolutely. Where are you off to?
Well, we're trying to get to the tower is the main portion, but probably the next town too.
So you're heading into Silent Hollow. We are going to be headed the opposite direction. And he looks back at Fallen. There's a chance you could run into the mist between here and Silent Hollow. If you leave right away, you may be able to head. If you decide to go that way instead of traveling with us, be careful. And as you guys are having this conversation, like the tent around you, they're already disassembling it. like there's all these pellets and stuff that are across the roof, and they're like pulling those back and disassembling it as you guys are getting ready.
I mean, mist isn't really a bad thing. Right?
Maybe from where you come from. Mist is very dangerous.
Or can you guys, like, not get wet or something? I mean, I've got metal arms, and I'm not afraid to get a little wet.
And he, what was his name? I can't think of his name right now. I have it written down. Anyway, I'll let Fallen fill you in. I have to start tearing things down. Do you remember what I told you about the mist? That's fine. I'll so the Fallen is telling you that the mist cloaks an army of undead that roam through the shadows. And it obfuscates this massive.
You're not really afraid. It's fair.
Just don't feel pain. And feel free to kill it.
Sounds like the boys back home there. Well,
Lions.
Does that mean the army's also armed? Is it affected in town?
It just depends.
You would know that you're not a full day, but at a steady pace, you'll be walking most of the day.
Half a day as a crow flies.
The road continues through the same road you're following before. That'll take you all the way to the town. But there's roads that veer off. There is a possibility of getting lost.
As long as you follow the markers, you will be fine. But if you stray, you could find yourself in a bog. Might find a coven of witches. You never know.
witches. These are all things I wanted to kill in life.
I mean,
It seems like a giant video game.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, back in the day, thinking witch hunters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for, I don't think we get lives.
No.
I'll restore you if you do.
Actually, you know what? It's one big video game.
Let's do this.
Let's fucking do it.
All right. So we'll make our way towards the town. Mike, how do you feel? You feeling better? Look to the stars before. How's your shoulder?
You can still see that there's like some areas that are a little rough, like the nanotech is still kind of stitching, but it all works. It all functions.
Glad to see you're literally in one piece.
And
For
Fallen,
now.
this would be something for you to say. Like you've seen wounds stitched together, but you're looking at this being who's 90% metal on the outside, which is strange in itself. But you're watching the metal stitch back together, similar to when you heal the wound, watching the gash or the shoulder or whatever it is stitched back. You're watching a very similar thing on metal.
big word, new friend.
He chooses his own path.
Does anybody think this campaign?
Eyeballs are swimming.
I'm gonna need all of you to roleplay taking more than
That's when
God,
mimic toilets
no,
come into play.
please, Matt.
I think one of our guys can actually clean things up. He's been doing it throughout the campaign. I'll go in my pants.
I think I have prestidigitation.
Yeah, and Ash walks over with his little mobile vacuum. Just like sticks
I
it
like
down the
it
back of your
clean,
pants.
It's a wetback.
It's his mobile bidet.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be a long night. We're already
Anyway.
mobile bidet. So you start gathering your belongings, and at this point, like, you guys are gathering your stuff, and the tent is like 70% already. Like, it's very clear that this community is always on the move, staying wherever danger comes. This group just travels around. Gypsies, essentially. And as you're getting everything packaged up, I need. But anyway, he comes up. He knows everything you're gonna need. It's a good day's journey. And you look up and you can't tell it's fun. It looks exactly the same.
Just in case, do you have, what is it in this realm? I think it's healing potions.
They're pretty tough to come by and pretty expensive. I could send you with some rations, and you'll be hard pressed to find a better healer than Fallen.
Perfect.
I could go for some food.
You know, where we come from, it is customary for friends to give other friends gifts. Can I have one of your bears to ride on?
And you see that undead bear that you strolled in on, like, it was just curled up in a little ball, taking a nap right outside the door to the tent. I mean, that's not up to me. That's up to you.
Okay.
And we'll handle a check. And tell me how this goes.
I would like to go to. I would also like
So roll with advantage with a D4 for guidance. It's gonna be like 37. His
You know, it's only going to be. However, I am going to go down to this inn. I'm just going to put my hand out like I would with a little dog and be like, man, I'm really missing my companion at home. His name's Lucky. Can you fill that void?
It lifts its hand, sniffs your hand, and when it sniffs, like, half of its face gets like sucked in.
Gross.
It's just like loose flesh on one side, and it sniffs it, and it's like one side deflates whenever it takes in this breath.
My heart melts instantly.
And it kind of nuzzles its head against your hand, and there's just like scraps of skin and fur rubbing off.
Just slough off.
Yeah. And it just gets it nuzzles you like a
Sweet. Hunter. Handsome. What do I feed this thing? Winston.
if it moves, it'll eat it. Awesome. It likes to keep it happy.
You know?
I place my hand on Norris's shoulder. I go, try to ask him to be your companion as well. I give you
know what?
inspiration. Or bardic inspiration.
I'm going to. I'm gonna find me.
Winston looks at you, Fallen, and he looks around at this group, and he says, "Fallen, are you sure? You can come with us." And he's giving a really dubious look to this group. He goes, I don't know what your odds are.
True, but they put me they're in my path. And they plan to rid this area of evil. How can I not join them?
I won't argue with you. You're a better man than I.
Not necessarily.
Do I hear Winston say that?
Perception check.
You dropped your phone.
That's the dice that you gave him.
That's just my Bertha.
It's fucking anvil. Counting those fingers again. Oh yeah, you definitely hear the fire. And Winston's not a quiet guy. Like even when he tries to be quiet, he's got kind of a booming voice that echoes off of everything.
Norris is just looking at him like, Winston, you know, you tried to kill us, but I think you're pretty decent guy. Don't sell yourself so short.
He looks a little baffled. Best of luck. I hope it really goes well.
Hopefully we see you again.
Absolutely. I'll never leave people stranded on the road. Just be careful. And he looks at Alfonsios. Please, it will not serve you well to wear that face again.
Oh! Makes the head up.
He is friends with nobody.
You know, Winston, that anything that might help us maybe not stand out so much? That'd be pretty decent, we think. Maybe we should blend in a little more.
I do with furs. We don't have a lot of supplies, but I can provide you with some basic. And then he looks at Mike. Maybe a cloak. Yeah, Mike got his shoulder ripped out by
You got right about that.
you got pretty ripped. Yeah, and he was barely conscious when that happened.
Yeah.
I used the bear to save your life.
He did.
He wrote it.
He did.
I rode up in battle.
Turns out
Slight PTSD.
he's pretty prone to PTSD.
Slight PTSD. That's an excellent understatement. And so he provides you with some cloaks and some furs and gives you guys a couple days rations, just some dried meat. He's very careful what you eat in this area if it's not here. Everything is so just take caution. If Fallen tells you not to do something or not to eat something, listen, and you should be fine. And he comes up, and you and Winston, you've known each other for a long time, and he kind of gives you a parting hug and pats you on the back. If you need anything, please let me know. We'll see you again.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much again.
Really impressed.
You've come this far. It says a lot about you. I wish you the best. And then he goes back, and you see him kind of kids piled in, like everything's about ready to move within the next like 10, 15 minutes. And this whole process took maybe 20 minutes.
Fallen, do we need to work with your cart on this? And since is his cart up and running now? Like,
Yeah, during the night, they have people whose whole job is just to repair carts. And while you guys were sleeping, that would have been repairing.
We should be fine to take the cart.
Now, Fallen, is this almost like a wheelbarrow type where you're hauling it, or do you have just a small cart? Just
Excellent. Before we go, who is your vanguard? Who is the person that goes into the fight first?
we all point at Norris.
That'd be me.
And then you see holy light start emanating from his hand as he's gripping the sigil. And you feel energy. So,
I was about to say, do I get to roll double advantage? Because that would be dope.
so is this an expendable? Is this like your?
it's just a thing with the class.
Oh, okay. You can cast it on somebody else if you like. As soon as you come out of this clearing, you're right back into those thick woods. Ash, and I know you have crazy dark vision, Fallen. So Ash and Fallen, you guys are the only ones that can really see much. The rest of you have about 10 feet around you when you're inside of the woods. Every now and then you'll get like a little bit of light that peeks from the canopy, but for the most part, you're kind of like what's right in front of you. But Fallen is walking with the utmost confidence down the path.
Hey, Mike, jump up on this bear with me. I insist.
Oh, you're fine.
Good, and I just reach over and slap. I did roll perception, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is a nat 20 for 33 alive.
30 a lot.
30
Pretty
alive.
good. What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to persuade
Oh, I thought you said perception. So, you rolled a persuasion.
You can beat it.
Yeah. Constitution? Yeah. I don't think you have any You get this unfounded confidence that you're going to be fine.
Get on the bear, I guess. Or try. I don't know what.
I'd reach my hand out and try to, like, help you up.
Yeah, I know what your strength score is. It's not super high.
Huh.
It's not great. He's like 5 foot 250 pounds. So
What about in acrobatics? Let me.
he can get up there just fine, but you're this is probably the first time that you're trying to like physically help Mike do something. And I'm just saying you are surprised how fucking heavy this kid is.
Boy, Mike. What have you been eating? Nuts and
Look at me.
bolts?
Mike, as you climb up onto this bear, like you give it a little running jump to get up on it, and as you do, you kind of clank your hand to help you guide yourself up, and just a patch of fur just sloughs off, and you land on it, and you can feel the skin shifting around on the skeleton underneath you.
Regretting every second. He's probably wonder why you thought this was a good idea.
And with both of you on there, like it's walking this way. Hey, you imagine it was probably like a grizzly or something like that when it was alive. But it's also decomposing.
It's okay. It'll be fine. Just. This is the safest thing we've done this campaign.
I need somebody, anybody, to roll me a D10. I need a D10.
I got it.
Okay. Alphonse got it.
A 4.
4. All right. Let me see what's in store for you guys today. An undead Tarrasque. Zombie Tarrasque. So you guys continue on, and you make it several hours. No, and it's that eerie quiet that you encountered when you first came in. Every now and then, you get this feeling of being watched, and you hear the flapping of wings
Is
around
it similar
you.
to like the flapping of wings that we noticed before?
It is incredibly similar. Some would say identical.
Okay.
And you hear that every now and then, and you'll hear the random howl in the distance. And after walking for several hours, you come to the top of a hill where the trees kind of open up, and you get a good view of the hill. Colin, with you have a high passive perception. So you would immediately notice the mist coming across. So you're at the top of this hill, and it's really more of a cliff face, but the path kind of switches back and winds down this cliff face down into a valley, and you can see the mist coming through that valley. Give me another survival check. And at this point, he can point it out. Anybody that's proficient in survival can give me a survival check as well.
22.
Okay.
I have a +6. But, well, wait, what's proficient mean?
Give a little dot
If
by
you
it.
have the dot.
Yeah, I'll give you one. Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right. Well, you're going to pick up basically the same thing he did.
No dark vision? Nat 20, that bitch.
So you've come out of the trees at this point because you're at this cliff edge. So you're all getting this view that goes on for miles. It basically extends until you can see the outline of hills in the distance. So you're all getting a great view of this valley. And you can see way back. And you can estimate with your survival check within a day's walking distance. You know, they were pretty accurate. You can see buildings. You can see structures of the town. And coming through this valley from your right hand side, you just see this bluish mist that's running down one of the hills through this valley. And with that survival check, you get the feeling you're not going to get ahead of this. You know, you fall and know where this path is, and you pointed out to Bo and everybody else around. Norris, sorry, keep doing that. And just watching the rate that it's moving, you get the feeling that you are not going to get ahead of the mist. Also with your survival check, you know that between where you are and where you're going, there's these Gothic ruins that have been taken over by nature. You would know that it's a civilization that nobody knows the history. It was likely part of the material plane that was then transferred to the Shadowfell and fell into ruins because everybody died. And you know that there's areas where those ruins get more, the structures are still kind of standing, and you feel that you could probably find some at least decent shelter. But you know, even with finding shelter, it's dangerous. So you would know that there's the choice of continuing, finding shelter, trying to barricade yourself while the mist rolls through, or you can stay where you are and wait it out. And the mist can take anywhere from a couple hours to pass to a day or more, depending on different pockets of mist. It's not just one roving one, there's multiple of these. And just living coming down this hill, you can't tell.
I would look over and follow and be like, hey, that's the mist with the dead thing? Yeah. I mean, I ain't smoking dangerous. What you boys? We're trying to get there, ain't we?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think we push on.
Mike? How you feel about holing up in some ruins? Colin? Kind of the local know-how. Can we get there?
We can push, but it would be dangerous because we don't know if it's one of the bigger hordes or one of the smaller hordes.
Yeah. Bigger, small horde's a horde, I guess.
You guys just call. We can always try and retreat back to it. That's having something on hordes.
That's true. You don't have very many to play.
Do you want me to fix that for you?
No, I like my... Don't you touch my arms. My other arms didn't do this. And I like...
You'll
17.
17. So you get from his whole aesthetic and his whole vibe. Just talking like the kids.
You're so hip,
You
man.
can tell I have a teenager.
You're so cool.
I hear the term vibe check fucking constantly.
Just falling past it.
and you know, you can tell that he's a holy man. And you can, in your limited knowledge, you were a professor.
Of astrology.
Of astrology.
Of astrology.
You can kind of piece together that this must be like a priest thing. That's about it.
Well, alright, so that is true. I'm not gonna lie. Being a god myself, I feel like if I was a holy man,
You had to bring it up.
if I was a holy man, I don't really want to like believe in myself. I already believe in myself. So like, trying to make me a priest, not about it. If you can tell me I can get like normal arms met and still do some cool shit with them, not just the arms. I mean, because I can make this thing a shotgun, I can have just a hammer.
I can make you breathe fire like a dragon.
Oh, Mr. O, why
I've been here the whole time.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Just saying, Norris. Maybe just try one. You don't have to do both.
You know what? I never thought about that. That's why you're the brains of this operation. You know what, Fallen? Before we make our way down there, you can change this one. And I point to my electric arm. So you can change this one. I'm pretty attached to this one.
Dad jokes.
So, Fallen, with you, and then you would have some of the material components for different spells. We'll flesh out exactly what you have, but if there's anything you want to say that has material components that are expended, I'll let you know if it's something you have.
Okay, sounds good.
I do believe that that I think a check to see how long it's going to take.
Oh, they just disconnect. I forgot.
Yeah, he can do that as a free action.
I forgot about that.
Remember when I elbowed him?
I forget all these astonishing things.
I'm a man of wonder.
Well, it's also been a while since he's done that. That was pretty early in the campaign that he beat somebody with his own arm.
Literally disconnected it. Just what the fuck?
Okay.
I was thinking that one other thing I should
Yeah, it's I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, regenerate.
So we can't do this? But hey, I tell you what, you convinced me enough. You find all your little voodoo stuff, I'll let you do it. But it's gotta be this arm. You can't do this one. We're keeping this one.
Norris, imagine what he can do with Blake.
So I wasn't gonna bring this up. I've seen some crazy shit that these holy dudes can do. So I wasn't gonna bring it up. Like, yeah, I mean that's fine. I just didn't want to get your hopes up.
Thanks, Dad.
What do you need? I'll give it to you. You know what? I feel like we're getting off topic. Can we talk about God stuff? Well, he just said we can make
Yeah, we're trying to do that. That's what I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't trying to get to certain death, but like, maybe death.
As Fallen was
I thought you were a god.
you guys
I mean, I know where I'm going to go. I don't know what
yeah, as Fallen was saying, you guys could make it a decent ways before the mist hit, but there's no way you can get ahead of it.
So, Fallen, let's just say for conversation's sake,
And we can say that this is happening as you guys are walking.
Sounds good.
Okay,
no problem.
perfect.
what if we did push on past the ruins? How much of the mist do you think we'd hit? And how dangerous would that portion of the mist be? Are we talking like the whole mist comes at us if we attack part of it, or we just fight it? Because I mean, we might be able to fight our way through a little bit.
Depends if the other part survives.
Colin, I got a question. What actually causes your
Who's your god?
Is your god spooky? Does he have hair like this?
She is gorgeous.
I bet she.
I think everyone.
What's her name?
It's not Heather.
It'd be even better if it's not.
Wait, are you saying saloon? Like a bar? Is it spelled the same?
Is she seen? Looking for other gods.
My character immediately looks up to see if there's any wrath coming.
You look up, you see a little star. like there's one spot in the sky that's a little
He sits
brighter.
a little bit away from you and looks up.
Smite me, almighty smiter!
Is she looking at me? Yeah, I just like trying to get a little late.
Oh yeah, you gotta get. It's a quiet. Thank you, Alphonse.
He
See
thinks
that,
he's
boys?
a god.
There's already a spark between us. And then Norris kind of like slips on a rock as he's walking.
Do you twist your ankle?
You hear just a crack.
What would I roll to see if I'm supposed to be?
Give me a deck saving throw. Self-imposed. Yeah, you're
Back to the question.
How many demons on this slate? If you had to put a number, like a rough figure. Can you just ask for a number?
You get 6 level spells in 1 level. Not much.
Okay. It's a win-win.
I mean, it is true.
I just don't know if... Well, I don't either. I just don't want to rush Michael. No, I don't know. When did you start speaking like religious? I don't know, Norris. I don't know what you're getting at.
Talking, well, you weren't there, but you know, like that time that he like lost his shit because like he had like his little PTSD shit and like whatever.
Oh.
Can I hear this?
I would imagine. So
Yeah.
you're right there.
Yeah, you hear it.
You're riding in. Is he in front of you like a
Oh yeah, I forgot we're on the
bear?
bear together.
Yeah, you
Dealer's choice.
yeah, he's on the back of the bear, and you're having this conversation with
got the
Alphonse.
arms wrapped around
Yeah,
the waist?
like he's literal inches
Who's
away
backpacking?
from this conversation.
Like, oh crap, they're getting better.
They are getting better. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just saying it. We can help you. Be together. High five for Norris. High five for Mike.
You're tall enough that he's just a little. Yeah, his hand is probably like 2 feet above your head. This bear's on all fours.
It's just a lot of feet.
Unless you guys are like, unless it's like walking on its hind legs, and you guys are on its shoulders, which I highly doubt.
I didn't consider that, and I don't think that would be not how I pictured it.
So I have to say, during the battle, because it's a fighting bear is going to be like up on its hind legs swatting. When you jumped up on the bear, that's how I was picturing it. Like you're like a little kid on his dad's
Yippee-ki-yay.
shoulder.
With a gun shooting
With a
things.
gun.
Yes. Yes. That's how combat's
Yeah, that's exactly how I was picturing it.
Like, oh my god.
I feel like that's gonna happen.
balance on.
guys want to discuss specifically on the travel? Otherwise,
How far are the
Fallen would know that you're still several hours away. Like you're watching this mist, and it's not super fast moving, but you have quite a distance to cover, so it's like eventually going to cross paths with you. But you have several hours.
I'd rather just try.
So you want to closer. Just okay. That's super poisonous. That's just gonna kill yourself.
Hey, Norris, try to hate yourself.
Norris would like green.
And then he points out, oh,
Yeah. Hey. So about that, what's up with the tree thing that goes? You built dark It's a water tree. That's the name of it? Like an oak tree?
So I've never been clear on this. What happens if you die in the Shadowfell? Do you know?
I woke up here last way, so some become part of the Horde. Some stay dead permanently.
That sounded like the Horde.
Was it a bear?
There are some that become liches,
What's a lich? Is that like a leech?
an undead abomination that tethers their life by sacrificing souls.
Dark shit.
So what I'm gathering is we don't want to die here.
No.
And Orin looks extra nervous.
You can just go invisible, you lucky fuck.
That's true. I could also just fail it. Did you, fuckers?
We did that. Guardians of the Asshole.
Well, the downside to doing that is if I do that, then the fucking the Empire just rolls through and keeps going. You guys were like my best hope at this point.
So you're saying you could do that with that?
So what you're saying is you have to do that.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. I'd prefer if you did. But you could.
Make yourself, why are you traveling through the clouds so much? Usually the fairies stay in.
Oh boy, this is a fucking long story. So,
Hey, we got some traveling to do.
Yeah, and you guys, I'll get into this here in a bit. So you guys travel on for several hours, and you eventually get to the point where there's just a light mist that's starting to cover the ground. And when that starts happening, you start seeing more and more of these ruins popping up. And after some searching, you guys stumble across an old church that's mostly intact. It's like the center of the roof has collapsed in. The windows are busted out and stuff like that, but it's still a mostly intact building. In fact,
We have the technology.
why didn't you move? There we go. So, you all, I gotta stand up. Like I said, stop it. across this old church. For the most part, it's been ransacked inside. There's on initial inspection, you don't see anything of notable value, but it does look defensible.
Fallen, does this look like a good place to start?
Summer flowers.
So Norris would like to once we find out that this is like where we're holding up, Norris would like to stand outside and let everybody else go in after him, and then try to grab like one of these. Are these stone ruins? I'm assuming.
Yeah, the building is mostly stone.
Outside, like all the other outside.
What's left is mostly stone. You get the idea that most of the stuff Okay, give me a perception check. First, give me a perception check. Did specify the Yeah, you find a big ass. And you fire up your arms up. You fire up your arms. Yeah, you fire up your arms and you actually have tables. I mean, it's big. It's like 6 feet diameter. Probably weighs up to 10. And you get underneath it and give you strength. You can get your hands underneath it and lightning fire starts going. And you just get into a deep squat, ass to grass, and you flip this thing up on its side, and you're able to roll it over. But now you're on the outside.
Well, I was thinking I was going to like be able to do that.
Oh, okay. You can probably roll it up to them and then slip through and then roll it just to the right.
I will either do it that way I like that because that's not even Norris.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's why I said that. So you guys are inside the church.
Shit, how do I get in
You
now?
hear this?
I 100% don't tell you.
And you could originally see like cracks in the door. And the door was just barely there on its hinges. And then all of a sudden, all the light from inside popped. And you hear this loud crunching sound.
Start going around, and that's a nat fucking one.
And I was even going to
For
say
perception.
it's investigation.
Oh,
because you're specifically looking for something not.
That is a 0 because I have a -1 to investigation.
I want to see how this plays out. I've never seen him with 0.
Holy
shit.
So there's like windows, but they're up fairly high, and it looks like people in the past have like tried to board them up. It appears that you guys aren't the first to have used this place as a defensible position from the mist. and so you just see this green mohawk at the bottom of the window go around the building, and then around the other side. And then around this side of the building, and then around the other side.
Boys, it's not looking good. Not looking good.
What were you doing? Perception check. So while you're looking around, standard shadows, spiders, rats, things like that. You see some undead rats. But outside of that, you don't see much living. Like the leftovers, you can see
I was at Death Domain. I didn't get it with Death Domain.
all clerics.
Yeah, you can choose as one advantage. So far,
That was his first character. Says the fucking yeah, you find all kinds of wood. And actually, as you're searching around, you do notice. Minutes, keys. Oh, never mind. It's right next to it.
Give me some of your minis.
Here. I will kill Norris with a smile on my face. I think at this point in the campaign, it would be good for a death. Kill them with mistakes.
but always use enfeeble.
While you're investigating on that excellent investigation check, you find, for one, a whole bunch of bodies. Like, there's skeletons all over the place in here. And you find, back in this back room, under the stairs, and you find right here in this corner, you find just buried under, leaves and spider webs and skeletons and all sorts of shit. You find 3 chests that look intact that you wouldn't recognize, obviously. Carved pieces identically to this one.
The Fallen
says you've been walking around about 50 just trying to find your way in. And you start noticing that this mist that's been rolling in is now, it's like up to your knees. And Bo, Norris, though he would never admit it to anybody, Norris is starting to get a little fucking nervous. Because he's barricaded outside while everybody else is inside. And you know Acorn is coming. And so with that, give me that. You get fed up trying to find a back door or anything like that. You find this tree and you scale the tree and it easily gets you up on the roof. Like it's got one branch that's like knocked over and it collapses in the center. And you climb up there and you are successfully on the roof looking down 30 feet to the floor where all your friends are.
Who do I see?
Would like to make an
Like books that have magic things in them to burn. Maybe some forbidden spells or whatnot, or forbidden magic book.
Okay, it's going to be a very high DC.
Okay.
But give me an investigation check.
Okay. I will say I only have +6, so can I even?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Do you say anything
You
out
would
loud?
have to roll very high.
Nope.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
So it looks like most of this place has been pretty well scavenged. You can tell just by looking at it, this thing's been here for hundreds of years. And there's been a number of people that have probably lived in here, died in here. You do find there are some bodies that still have like armor and stuff on them. Like there is stuff in here, but nothing else.
This place is done. I would be standing probably just there. Like, you guys, Norris, you coming in? Or?
So Norris, you look down and you see Alphonse kind of standing in the middle of the main room, looking up at you.
Alphonse, you look different from this other.
You mean beautiful?
Well, I was going to say balding, but balding is
Oh no!
I say that as a friend. Obviously.
Listen here, you tiny-legged fuck.
Alphonse, well, I don't like to be called tiny.
And he turns rage.
Totally should care.
Really tall, but really skinny. And he doesn't like to be called skinny. Norris would just drop down.
So
That was uncalled.
we'll go back to Ash. So you found these chests and they're covered in
Right. I would say probably start at the one for me, so probably 6.
Okay.
We'll start at 6.
So you go over and with we'll just roll over your inspection or your investigation. You come up to this chest and when you get close to it you see that there's like I said, spider webs, dead bodies. You start brushing stuff to the side and a half decomposed rat runs out. And you pop it open. Or
I was having fallen.
okay,
Would you like a religion check, arcana check?
in this case it would be an arcana check. don't recognize these runes. Like they look. They're a language that isn't really used in the Shadowfell. You think that they probably came here with this building.
Okay.
One thing that you would pick up on it, even with that roll, just the fact that they've existed this long and they look pristine, you assume that they're probably magical.
Is it by chance abyssal life form? Dang it. That's worth a shot.
Making anything out of these rooms?
No, they're too old. Powerful.
Should we open it, or should we probably just leave it and maybe we can have someone in the town?
We can definitely bring it with and see if someone can read it and open it. Most churches usually consider it as advanced
Oren,
Yeah.
can I have you come over here real quick?
Sure. What do you need?
Can you make out any of these runes on this chest that I've stumbled upon? I've come across three of them so far in this church.
Shit. I literally only speak common. But, you know, I can use my magic.
And you see, he just sits down next to it. You see him in the air, just drawing out all these symbols. As he's moving his hands, you actually see the symbols forming. And I think Alphonse would be quite intrigued by watching this. 'Cause this is the first time you guys have seen him cast magic. So he's just sitting there cross-legged and drawing out all these runes. And then after about 10 minutes, he gets down to the very bottom. Lights out. Are you still up on it? Give me an acrobatics.
Cracks me up.
Guys, okay, I'm not good at math. I count on my fingers. I told you, me and Norris aren't very far apart.
You drop down and you barely even have to bend your knees. You're just like, no problem. So, well, and you turn around and look at the other one.
They're definitely magical. There's a lot going on here. Try something else.
Get out of here.
I don't need
Because of my interest level, could we give yeah, you can be over there just talking through. Roll me the That is a 27.
Well, I mean, I don't see anything. There's no traps or anything. It doesn't seem to be anything dangerous. I mean, you can open it.
And Oren just like slowly starts stepping back.
I'm 90% sure there's no traps.
I could just break it. What? I got a better idea. Oren showed me a little, bar trick. I would like to cast Mage Hand.
Excellent. What does your mage hand look like? How do you summon it?
So I do the little inside of my palm. I do like this weird sign language that Oren had showed me when we were back near the cool spaceship back inside the silo back in Kansas. And it's weird because this is actually like a full robotic can that's super skinny and almost super frail. It's just like comes out of my pocket and it's like, what is it? Oh yeah, it's 30 feet. So maybe we should all step back a little bit. Okay. And what chest do you want me to carry? You want to stand over or you back up, Ash? Okay. Yes. Yeah, we should. Yeah. Yeah, it's like hovering. You motherfucker. What? That was you that was flipping me off out there in the garage? Calm the ball. Look, okay, first of all, I get it. But second of all, I thought that was Mr. O, and we had to go back in there and get him. Yeah, we did. That was the thing. We had to do that. That was you the whole time? Yeah. Fucked up. I mean, it's cool. Why did you do that? Fucked up. Yep. I want to poke the chest.
You reach out and it's like a little robotic slide it under the rope and you catch it. Whether it's for and you slowly open it and nothing happens.
One down, two more to go.
So I walk over to the chest and look inside.
You walk over to the chest, you look inside. Looks empty.
Can I like reach in and like see if
You reach in, touch the sides. Seems empty.
Doors walk up and I got
you're like the last one. So you reach out your mage hand, flip it open. Nothing happens. Perfect.
I walk over and investigate this one.
Yeah, you look inside. It's same as the last one. Just looks like an empty chest.
Well, this one's a +2.
Same check.
Do you guys go to the third one? Yeah. Now the third one is in this back room behind the what do they call the altar thing? You can tell that. 20.
Wow.
Nine. So you guys see this time when he opens it, you see a black. And you feel real. It's like everything around you is moving at high speed. And when the rest of you are watching it, you're saying, and you can tell that he is moving at half speed.
Ash, you okay, buddy?
Think so.
And 6 seconds later, he's back to normal.
Wow, you guys were moving really fast.
I didn't move.
What?
I'm literally standing in the same spot. But
What part of it did you touch? Just the very top? How did you?
I flipped it open just like a normal chest.
You might want to try and use that for our advantage.
Oh.
what if we hit it?
What happens if we throw it at something?
I mean, we've got 3 chests.
We already know what it does.
Building. Like now it's getting to where visibility is pretty low. You can out the cracks between the boards and see 30 feet, something like that. You have 60 feet of dark vision, but your vision is totally obfuscated. So it's definitely getting thick. And Fallen would take a peek outside as well. He will tell you.
How much time is it?
Depends on if they hear us. See how long it is.
What would like to ride not an undead but a live one.
Okay. First, give me a. We'll go perception.
Question on these rats: are they like normal rats or
They're like New York rats.
City? Oh, okay.
Big rats.
Yeah, they're
21.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a few of them scurrying around. It's they move pretty quick, so it's hard to tell which ones are live rats and which ones are undead rats. But while you're like chasing them around, and give me an athletics check. We'll see how long it takes you to get it. A little bit.
19.
Okay. Within a couple of minutes, you've caught a rat. While this is going on, Lauren's like walking around the chest of the rat. Closes it. Opens it. None of you guys are paying attention to Lauren. Lauren has been just in the background. But you see this flash of light again. And he goes, Order, are you trying to be funny? Is this wild magic? I was just trying to give it a shot. I wanted to see if that was all it did. I guess so.
One thing did we determine, is there like a basement upstairs?
Yeah, there's like a bell tower. Bell tower. Yeah. Outside of that, there's no other upstairs.
With it being a bell tower, my curiosity is going to go up there quietly, well, as quietly as you can in armor.
Yeah.
But Clank up there and see what he can see for, like, is there a horde coming? Like, how much monster presence there is, as much as he can see.
Give me a perception check. So you can't, you know that you can't see the mist. Like, by the time the undead are there, the mist is just like a thick mist. So you don't see anything, but you do see that the mist is thick enough that you probably have less than and it looks, from what you can see, it looks like you were almost smack dab. It doesn't seem to be the biggest horde you've witnessed, but it's a decent sized one. So if you guys are wanting to barricade everything, I'll ask. So there's three decent sized windows on each side. So I'll ask two of you. Just straight. Excellent. Who else? Who else thinks they can either strength or if anybody's set? No, he's not trying to win. Okay. So you guys go through and you spend the next 15-20 minutes boarding things up. And right around that time you start hearing, just like the zombie movies from when you were all growing up, you can start hearing the dragging of limbs and the and as you all
Damn it.
So you guys are all you got just as you guys are all settling in, you hear falling right down the tower, and he kind of stumbles on the lower steps. And you hear clang, clang, bang. And a few moments later, you start seeing fingers reaching between the stars, and the mist starts coming into the cracks.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening to this wonderful episode of Dubstep and Dragons. I hope to see you next week. Make sure to drop us a like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. Also, don't forget to drop us a comment to let us know what your thoughts are on the episode. And we'll see what happens to the crew as they encounter the Horde. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Toodles.
Bye.
Have a good one.